Well, let's keep connected with current occurrences across the country. 2 days ago, severe thunderstorms hit parts of KZN, but what shocked the news headlines across the nation was the tornado that struck New Hanover through the township of Mpolweni near Wartburg. Now, 2 people were killed and 20 sustained injuries. Leboga Magati from the South African Weather Service is here to discuss how this natural disaster occurred and what residents of this area and perhaps we as a nation also can expect in the days to come. Lebogang, thank you very much for being here and joining us.
Thank you. Good morning, and to the viewers as well.
I think it was a big shock for all of us to have witnessed that, whether it be through social media or whether it be through just the news headlines themselves, but something that we, I think, as South Africans don't expect to hear of a tornado. So tell us exactly what happened near New Hanover in KZN during the afternoon of the 12th of November.
Okay, let me start by saying it's important that we know that KZN is one of the provinces that is highly vulnerable to meteorological hazards such as heavy rainfall, flooding, and severe thunderstorms. Most of the time we have our weather systems, they move from west to east. As they move, because they are large scale, they affect a widespread area, and hence we have seen the system is currently positioned over the Cape South Coast, yet the impact is felt as far as over KZN. And even with tropical cyclones that actually just positioned over the Mozambique Channel, whenever they track southwest, KwaZulu Natal is one of the provinces that is highly likely to be hit by such. So back to the afternoon of the 12th, we had a cut-off low system that is positioned over the Cape South Coast. It's a slow-moving system at the moment, and what transpired is around midday, we started seeing thunderstorms develop over the Herigwala municipality and the Richmond area. Those thunderstorms continued to persist during the course of the day, and they will do so because the ingredients that are required for thunderstorms, the ones that actually sustain their lifespan, they were present in the atmosphere, so they sustained the lifespan of the thunderstorms, so such that they intensified and started to become severe. And when we say they become severe, they are likely to produce strong winds, damaging hail, large hail, flooding as well. So round about 2:30 in the afternoon, that's when the South African Weather Service upgraded the watch to a warning, which was then issued to disaster management and to the public over that area. And the storm continued to persist and intensify, and eventually the supercell thunderstorm led to a tornado being produced that was observed around 4-5 p.m. in the afternoon.
Now, what most of us have seen is perhaps video footage of the drivers who recorded the tornado as they were driving along the road there, but maybe lacking context in terms of the extent of the damage, in terms of infrastructure, vegetation, people's livelihoods and houses. We do know, unfortunately, that 2 people have lost their lives, and we do send our condolences to their families, and our thoughts are with those that have also sustained those major injuries, and we hope that they find recovery. But from an analysis point of view, what you know so far, how far has the damage gone?
Indeed, as the South African Weather Service, we would also like to convey our heartfelt condolences to the affected families. At this stage, the South African Weather Service will be conducting a tornado assessment to try and determine the strength of the tornado. However, our preliminary assessment based on our observational data indicates a possible F0 scale tornado. That means the maximum gusts were less than 155 kilometers per hour. We are still awaiting a report from the Provincial Disaster Management Center as well to provide us, to indicate the extent of damage in the area.
From an infrastructure point of view, I believe that the tornado also struck a power station or power infrastructure. Were there any news on that?
Indeed, the tornado did move over a power station. However, we have not received any reports if there were any power cuts in the area.
Okay, we're seeing some visuals over there that were sent through, and we've been seeing these via social media as well. So let's talk about the weather conditions that residents can now expect in the days moving forward. And maybe we'll put up a graphic of a map there, and you can explain that to us a little bit.
Okay. What residents can expect, particularly over KZN, is that today the chances are still quite high for severe thunderstorms. The system is tracking slowly eastwards, and as I indicated, that they are a large-scale system and they will affect a wide area. Now, the chance is also there for residents in Limpopo and Mpumalanga. There is also a chance of severe thunderstorms. An alert has already been issued by the South African Weather Service that possible severe thunderstorms do exist for Polokwane municipality that could track all the way to Lebogomo, eastwards towards Begersfort as well. Mpumalanga Highveld, that will affect Emalahleni all the way to the Caroline areas. So most of KZN is still highly vulnerable for severe thunderstorms. However, for today, we expecting mostly flooding out of this system. And into tomorrow as well, we're still expecting quite a lot of rainfall for KwaZulu Natal, possible flooding, heavy rain as well, flooded roads, mudslides as well. There's quite a lot of impacts that are still expected.
Yeah, all right. Well, at SA Weather Service is where the South African Weather Services are on social media. And of course, you can follow them over there. I, in fact, advise that you do follow them. Link up with them on their website as well to keep up with the latest updates on what is happening with regards to the weather, and also sharing, I think they share a whole bunch of information on how to keep safe during these times, which is very, very important. Lebogang, thank you very much for joining us. We do really appreciate it very much. We're going to take a quick break and we'll be right back after these.